Hey everybody, Denise here. I guess I'll tell you all when I start selling orchids, I'll call myself Denzi's Orchids. So, Denise here with Denzi's Orchids. Um, do any of you know what this stuff is? It's fern-like. And if you don't, I don't care. Anything that remotely looks like this, I will not pot my orchids in. It was horrible to repot one of my orchids. It doesn't rinse off. You have to pull it out little by little. And the orchid that was potted in this had really fine roots. Great. But the main purpose of my video today is to talk about Catasetums or Catasetum type. Somebody had been posting on Facebook or posted on Facebook a question about their care, and a lot of people answered. And hopefully that person watches this video. Nobody was wrong. But let me go over my Catasetums and discuss a little bit what everybody meant. I'm going to start with these two that used to be one. They is Catasetum frilidoris crossed with Catasetum spitzii. What apparently had happened was the new growth on this one got too cold, and I didn't notice that it was beginning to rot. This piece is totally mushy. I separated this piece, which is just a little mushy, but whoa, sorry. I don't see any viable eyes, so I'm just letting them sit here and decide what they're going to do. Here's an example of one that I set into dormancy, and it didn't go dormant. It's got growing root tips of quite a good length, so I'll be repotting it very soon and giving it fresh medium. Here's an example of one which has a new growth, a new bulb forming, and but it's not quite ready yet for repotting. It's only maybe half-inch tall, which some people say 4 inches tall. I go by the total root length and also somewhatly the height. The root length I'm looking for is a total of 4 inches when you add it all up. When you add each individual root up, 4 inches. Occasionally, I'll give it a little trickle of water if the bulb looks too bad, but this bulb doesn't look too bad and too shriveled. Here's one that's the same situation, not ready yet. Here's one that barely has something forming, and it could even be a spike. Its bulbs aren't too shriveled either. And here's another one with something forming. Here's a wait and see. It's another one that never went dormant. I do see a little green root. I don't see any good root tips, so I won't be watering. Now here's an example of a Catasetum that is ready to be repotted. It's got good new growth height. That's probably maybe 3 inches, not quite 4. Tons of new growing root tips. I'm just going to wait and see if I sprinkle some water on them if they turn green. And if they do, they're taking up water. This one's not doing much of anything. This one over here was one that I'm not too sure what to do. It is a keiki. So I may just go ahead and unpot it and check it all out. He didn't put on a bud, not putting on any new growth. So I'll probably just check it out in a couple weeks. My Fred Clark Air After Dark, still in bloom, still smells good. Not doing anything with this one. No, 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 not when a flower spike is on. Now, he doesn't show any signs of putting on a new growth at this time. Those back bulbs are pretty shriveled, but I do believe they have always been that way. The current bulb is not shriveled, hasn't lost all its leaves. But anyway, with a flower spike, no, don't repot, don't water. Another one that isn't doing much of anything, but isn't shriveled. One back there that has a new growth, not ready yet. And here's another one here that I'll probably need to, although I do see, never went completely dormant. One bulb went dormant, the other didn't. But I do see some new root action there, so I may check it out a little bit more in a week or two. This one's moving along pretty good, getting new roots, but it's not quite ready for repotting and watering. Here's a new one where the height is close, but I'm not seeing any new roots, so it wouldn't be taking up moisture. Unless it declines quite a bit, I will leave it as it is. Here's another one that I'm going to check out because it's got roots. It's got good growth close to the size. I'm not too sure how those roots are doing there. So that one's another check it out another time. And last but certainly not least, this guy never went fully dormant. Finally is beginning to lose its leaves, not showing signs of dehydration, and not showing any signs of new growth. So this is another wait and see. Anyway, I hope that shows some of you who are interested in Catasetum type orchids what you look for. It's not so much the time of year, relatively so. It's your temperatures, it's your climate, it's what the orchid is doing. So, keep all those things in mind, and everybody's comments, by the way, had been superb comments. Denise signing off. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful week, and have a wonderful Valentine's Day if I don't chat tomorrow. Bye.